The following episode of the Maui Chamber of Commerce's Business Matters was originally broadcast on October 22nd, 2024.
It's time now for Business Matters, brought to you by the Maui Chamber of Commerce. And now, here's your host, the president of the Maui Chamber of Commerce, Pam Toompop. Good morning, Pam. How's the weather today, Pam?
Oh, it is looking bright and sunny up here, and we've still been having some warm weather up country. How about you in Wailuku?
Yeah, it's been kind of warm and muggy still. I don't know what's going on. I thought it's supposed to be fall.
I was thinking the same thing. I mean, the whole house is decorated up here for Halloween. But the cool weather hasn't come. Hopefully soon.
Hopefully. We'll make it November 1st, guaranteed.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Yes.
Well, so grateful for all you do, Gary. Thank you for helping us with the show. We're deeply appreciative of you and Ka'oi. And to all who are listening, welcome to Business Matters. We're going to have a wonderful morning this morning, hearing from Executive Director Matthew Bachman of Habitat for Humanity. And then we're also going to speak with the Chief Operating Officer, Gail Sibonga of MEO, and talk about these two amazing nonprofit programs who have been working tirelessly, always to help our community, but particularly after the wildfires, as we continue to try and move forward and help as many individuals and families as we can during this time recover. And it's going to be a journey. But we're going to learn about some exciting programs today to show how they're making a positive difference. So first, I'd like to introduce you to who is a regular guest on our show, Matt Bachman. He was born in Indiana and made his way to Maui in July 2019. He practiced law. He worked with foster kids for 12 years in Florida and is now the executive director for Habitat for Humanity. He has been with Habitat for 4 years, but the executive director for 1 year. He lives in Kihei. He loves enjoying the beach and great food, and they are doing remarkable things at Habitat. Good morning, Matt. How are you this morning?
Good morning, Pam. Thank you so much for having me. Doing well. It is beautiful, and the sun is out here in Kihei. It's going to be a great day.
It certainly is. I love hearing that. Well, we are always thrilled to have you on the show, and I know from your recent fundraiser that you are just doing phenomenal things. Can you tell us a little bit about your current news and happenings with Habitat?
Absolutely. So, every new home that we build here on Maui is not only affordable, of course, but it's something that should be celebrated. And so we are getting ready to celebrate two new families that will be moving into their home up in Kula before Christmas. And we're very excited about that. Yes. And we're still building. We have another home up in Kula, and then one that is just getting started. As well, we are getting ready by probably the end of the week to put into permitting with Four Leaf, who is the one who is helping to expedite the permits out in Kula. And we were going to be starting on 6 new homes, hopefully by the end of November. And those 6 homes are going to be rebuilt. So those are going to be for families who lost their homes in the devastating wildfires. And we are hoping that by maybe the end of March, end of April, that they will be able to move back in.
That is phenomenal. Talk about an expedited time frame. How do you achieve it so quickly?
Well, we have over 500 volunteers scheduled between now and the end of March to come in and help us to rebuild. We also are working with some of our community partners that and community contractors that are willing to move quickly, that really want to help us to rebuild. So they're putting some of their other work to the side and dedicating their time to us.
I'm just blown away. That is such a phenomenal time frame. And I mean, really, you're talking about getting 10 families at home very quickly in just the next few months from now to March. That's amazing.
Absolutely.
How are you finding the new permitting process with Four Leaf?
It's been they've been very transparent. They have come out. We've had two kind of community meetings where they've invited just the contractors, which was okay, that we could really just sit down in a room and talk story and tell them the obstacles that we're facing and the hurdles, and have them tell us the hurdles that they're facing, that we can try and really work hard to come together and figure out each other's processes. And it's really been an amazing kind of path going forward.
Are some of your houses based on a model that can be like pre-approved and expedited, or is every home unique?
No, one of the good things and the kind of I won't say bad things, but some of the tough things are that we currently have 5 set of plans that we are putting through to be pre-approved, and so, which is great, is then that will help us with the permitting process even faster. But for those who would like a little more custom home, perhaps Habitat for Humanity isn't for them. But we are putting together pre-designed homes that are going to be ready to be built.
Well, that's, I think for what most people want is really just getting back into a home and getting back into a home they'll love. And I always hear from people, I just love reading your newsletters when people say, I just got my home, and, they just fall in love with their home. And it's really the process. They meet so many amazing people who volunteer their time to help build these homes. And they just have a whole network a new network of friends that have come together to support them. And I can only imagine the joy that comes from all of that.
Absolutely. And if I could, Pam, I want to tell you about a program that we've gotten started to really help our local families be able to volunteer and be able to help our community rebuild our community. So we've been able recently to partner with the University of Hawaii Maui campus and Maui College. You might have seen in the news that just yesterday we kicked off our first ever Habitat Maui Volunteer Academy. So it's a 1-week program that has 3 days of carpentry, 1 day of electric, and 1 day of plumbing, to train up some of our local families and our local community to learn things that will help them not only maybe repair and refurbish their homes or help them maybe even to rebuild themselves, but we're going to create a local army, an academy, if you will, of folks who have skills that will help us to build even faster. And so they got all new tools, new, hammers and nail pullers and chalk lines that they're all able to take home. And it's all through a grant that University of Hawaii Maui College has put together for us. And so we just started a group with 15 individuals yesterday, and we are going to do another class next quarter in January. And we're hoping that this academy will bring forth a local community of skilled builders that will help us to build even faster.
Now, let's talk about that. I'm sorry I missed the news, so I'm thrilled to hear this and absolutely love it. So 3 days, and you said 3 days, and they tell us again, they learn what skills over 3 days?
Sure. It's actually 5 days, so it's 3 days of carpentry. Yep.
Okay.
1 day of electrical and 1 day of plumbing. And it's all being put on by University of Hawaii Maui College. And and the first cohort of the first group is started yesterday, and we'll be looking to put together another group to start in January, and it is the Habitat Maui Volunteer Academy.
Okay, and so what is your is your maximum class size 15?
As of right now, yes, and it's free to the public.
And it's free to the public. So, folks, I mean, I can think of so many people who would love, some of these programs. As we think about learning some of these skills, we think, I don't have time to take this whole class or to really participate. 5 days, in 5 days, you're learning these amazing skills. What a great, is there an age limit or starting point in case we have some youth or people graduating from high school who might want to just try some of these skills out to see if that's something they might have an interest in the career in?
Absolutely. But it's 17 years and older.
17 years and older. Fantastic. Yeah, what an amazing program. I love that. And we have an aging group of contractors, and we know that we're going to need skills in this area. So what a great program to get us started, but also help people, build your volunteer base and help people improve their homes or help their families. I absolutely love it. And I can see it already being a huge hit. That's why I was asking about the class size.
Yeah.
A lot of people will do it. Now, when is it held? Is it held during the week, or do you do it over weekends? Or
it's held during the week, and then it's Monday through Friday, and then the Saturday after, then they come out to the job site and help us to build.
Awesome. So they're putting the skills to work right away.
Yep.
And then helping to build housing for others. Oh my gosh, that is really exciting. How long were you working on that program? I know it takes a while. You've got to write grants and find funding. How long did it take to bring this about?
Well, it's such an amazing opportunity, and I believe that there's some Maui magic that was involved. So the UHMC actually came to us and said, "Hey, we've been working on trying to find a way to help out with Lahaina, and we think this is it. And will you guys be involved?" So it's one of those things that kind of fell into my lap, and it was so amazing.
That is really, really amazing. I think that's phenomenal. I'm so excited to hear that and to know that, the college, we have such a great University of Hawaii Maui College. We really have been very blessed with the work that they do. And which reminds me, we should have Louie on the show. But very exciting to know that this is happening, and what a great way to build synergy as well as build a volunteer base. And then you already mentioned you've got 500 volunteers really going strong. So are a lot of the volunteers that are in this group of people who are going to be helping build new homes, are a good portion of those people who had homes built or had people who build homes for them?
It's really kind of a mix. There are some people who are looking to learn how to kind of repair their own home, because one of the big things in housing is that we want to make sure that we don't lose any inventory, and that's really a technical way to say it, but we want to make sure that every house that is standing and right now remains standing. We don't need to lose any homes, so we're hoping to have some people trained so that they can repair their own home, and then they can work on their neighbor's home, and they can work in their neighborhood, and then they can come out maybe one Saturday a month and help us.
Yeah, I'm sure it builds a lot of great friendships throughout, working together and knowing that you're doing something amazing. I just absolutely love the program that you have.
Thank you.
So I also know you've got a big event coming up very soon to help fundraise for your activities.
We do. We have a golf tournament coming up this Saturday, October 26th at Wailea Blue. It includes a lunch afterwards. It's $200 per player. Our deadline for sponsorships have passed, but we still have room. We have about 20 more spots to fill in order to get filled up. But regardless, and then after a great round of golf is lunch at Manoli's right there. So it's Wailea on Wailea Blue this Saturday, October 26th.
Oh, that is going to be tremendous. I hope the weather holds up for you. It's been looking gorgeous lately. It sounds like a beautiful Saturday. I wish I was a great golfer. I always win for highest score.
There you go.
But I always have fun while I'm doing it.
That's great.
For some reason, I seem to have lost volume for a minute. Are you still there?
I am. Good to hear you.
Okay, fantastic. So do you have any other things that you'd like to share about things going on at Habitat, or can you also tell us a little bit about the Restore and maybe how people can get involved or maybe contribute before the holidays?
Absolutely. So our Restore is located 1162 Lower Main Street. We are open on Monday through Saturday, 8:30 a.m. until 4:30. We are accepting donations from 9 a.m. until 3:30 p.m. And I want to just talk about, and I hope they're listening, but the folks out at Lowe's and Ace Marmac, they have been so dutiful in donating recently. We really love our corporate kind of sponsors, corporate donors. So if you come into the Restore and you think that we are a thrift store where everything is secondhand, you're misinformed. We have quite a bit of brand new cabinets and things that are straight out of our big box stores. So they have been donating to us very well, and come on into the Restore and check out our furniture and our hardware. Again, a lot of it is actually brand new, and it's been just really great working with those folks.
I love hearing that. That is so tremendous. So we really want to do a shout out, everybody. Thank Lowe's and Ace Marmac for their amazing donations. When you're shopping in there, take time. It's only a couple minutes to maybe stop by the front desk and, talk to the managers, key employees, to let them know how much they're appreciated and that, their donations are getting noticed, because that helps them make more donations at the corporate level when they know that people are recognizing that. That's not why they're doing it. They're doing it to be good people. But when they hear that the word is spread, that makes all the difference in the world, and they really feel good about what they're doing. So take that time to do that. I love hearing that. And I always say I love to visit when I'm in the area. I love to stop by the Restore. And I had this great plate from Pier 1. Of course, they're not here anymore. But I had always wished I bought two, and one day I went in the Restore, and there was another one. Perfect, absolutely perfect. And so I bought it. Now I have a pair that just frame the living room couch well. But I want to say, as you point out, really quality items in the Restore. Some of them are gently used, and others look brand new, and some of them actually are brand new. So it's worth visiting and know that you're helping build more homes with every purchase. And Absolutely. That's really important. Well, you have so much going on. It really is phenomenal. And I can only imagine the joy that you are bringing to all of these families, getting these homes expedited. You are just on a phenomenal fast track, and it's really exciting to hear that. I did have one question about the 6 homes that you're looking to, the new permits that you've got in with for lease that you're looking to build. Where are those 6 homes?
They're on Komomai Street, so they are just above the Lahaina Gateway.
Okay, so out in line on that side, which is awesome. And is there anything in particular that would be really helpful with donation other than cash? Cash always works, folks, for Habitat for Humanity because it allows them the flexibility to buy what they need at the time they need it. So please feel free to support them in that way, or if you golf, definitely support them at the tournament. But is there any kind of ask other than cash, anything that you need something in particular that would be of great service or help?
Well, there's this thing that I've learned, Pam, in disaster recovery. It's the 3 M's. It's muscle, money, and materials.
There you go.
So any of those 3 are always needed. So if you have the opportunity that you'd like to come out and volunteer, that would be helpful. If you have the opportunity to give a donation in cash, that's always helpful. Or if you happen to be listening and you're the owner of a business that has some additional construction materials, we can always use those.
That's fantastic. And sometimes, we have people who do some home repairs and they've maybe over-ordered or overbought and have some additional materials available. Think of the Restore. Remember Habitat. They always have a place for a lot of those materials. So great to know. Well, it has been a joy, as always, having you on. Can you let people know, Matthew, where they can find you online?
Absolutely. So if you're looking for us, go to habitat-maui.org. You'll be able to find ways that you can do all of those things, that you can donate, you can volunteer, and you can find out exactly what we're doing around the county. Because remember, we're county-wide. Just a little plug, I just hired a second part-time volunteer a second part-time employee, over on Molokai. We are doing repairs on Molokai on a weekly basis. And so we are getting ready to break ground by hopefully the end of the year out in Hana. So we're trying to make sure that we have all of our sites ready, and we're going to be building all over in the county.
We love to hear it. You folks are just doing tremendous work, and we are so grateful to have you here, for your leadership, for your amazing team, to all of your amazing volunteers, to those 500 that are already committed, and to the many more who are going to sign up or are contributing many ways. We thank you all for your service and contributions, because Habitat is streamlining things, rolling forward, and doing something that is so critical right now, and is what everybody that we speak to asks about, talks about, and that is where are the housing, where are the houses, where are they going to come from, and how quickly can we get them? So thank you for all you do. We really appreciate your work and your service.
Well, thank you, Pam, for allowing us to come on this morning to just let people know that we're moving forward.
Oh, we love it. We love it. Keep doing the great work. I know you will.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You too. Aloha.
Thank you. Aloha. All right. Well, isn't that tremendous? I'm just blown away at how Habitat has just in this time really grown exponentially and leveraged their networks and their volunteers to ramp up more homes than they've ever done before. And if you talk to Matt and his team, or you go to their fundraisers, you're going to find out that their energy is high, and they are moving forward expeditiously to make just immeasurable differences, the likes of which we'll continue to hear about for years to come. And so as Gary gets Gay Sibonga on, we are just really excited to let everybody know the ballots are out. Go vote. Remember, vote. Understand who you're voting for. Look to the chamber and view the candidates that we've endorsed. Awesome team to expedite moving forward, to expedite progress on our priority needs, housing being a key issue. And we have had so many of the candidates on because this is a critical time. We need a team at all levels, county, state, and federal, who are going to move us forward and keep up the progress. So we encourage everybody to get out the vote. I hope you got your ballots over the weekend and get those ballots in, vote for the key people, and understand who's really, especially for those who are incumbents, who has really been voting for housing. Look at people's voting records. There's been some candidates who say, oh, yes, we support housing. But you check on their voting record and you find that they turned down housing project after housing project. So be aware of those people. Ask them what unit the housing they voted for. Ask them to tell you why they didn't vote for other housing projects, because it is the need that is so critical, because without housing at all different types of levels, we can't recover. We're losing families, and we can't expand our economic development activities and bring in that diversified economy that everybody wants without housing and making it affordable for local families. So be paying attention this election. Check out our at MauiChamber.com. Check out candidates that we're promoting and make sure that you're voting for those that you feel will best serve your interests and the needs that you have. I want to tell you a little bit about Gay. Gay is the Chief Operating Officer and has more than 30 years of management experience. She has been the Chief Operating Officer at MEO since 2017 and was previously the Macy's Hawaii District Multi-Store Operations Manager. Now, that is a long title. She has a BS degree from the University of Hawaii at Manoa, and as the Chief Operating Officer, Gay assists the CEO, Debbie Kabibi, with the day-to-day management and oversight of the agency, and works with the program directors and staff to facilitate and promote the agency's mission, which is to strengthen the community while helping people in need restore their hope, reach their potential, and enrich their lives. Good morning, Gay. How are you this morning?
Good morning, Pam. I am doing well, and I just want to let you know that I did cast my ballots this weekend, put it in the mail on Monday, so I'll be one of the very first people to be counted on the first printout.
You are awesome, as did we at our household.
Yes.
We all went. Get it in.
Exactly.
Thank you for saying that. No, it's important, folks. This is a really critical, I mean, of course, this is a very pivotal time, not only at a national election, it's a very pivotal time at the state legislature, and it is extremely critical if we want housing built to get the right team in at the county level. And not just housing, but that is our number one priority at the Maui Chamber of Commerce, because you know, our people are suffering. We can't bring our kids home if they can't afford a house. We all wanted that, and the prices of housing are rising exponentially due to market issues. So it's critical that we come up with programs to make housing affordable for our local residents. So this is an important vote, and make sure you know how to cast your vote, and vote for those who are the team who can really make it happen and jump right in and get running, who understand the issues and have supported housing in the past. So, you know, you have so many amazing programs at MEO, Gay, and, you know, I love having you on. We always love hearing from MEO and love having Debbie on as well. And I know that, you know, again, we spend a lot of time talking about housing. But one of the things that MEO has always done is really to help families as well, and do some amazing programs to help families, to help our youth, to look at opportunities, to help create jobs. I know today you wanted to share a little bit about some of your early childhood services, which includes Kahi Kamali'i, which is your infant and toddler center, and Head Start on Maui and Molokai. So can you tell us a little bit about those programs?
Sure. Thank you, Pam. So right now we have 9 sites for our Head Start Center. We have sites in all of the different areas, including Lahaina, Haiku, Kahului, Kihei, and Makua. And we also have three centers in the Wailuku Kahului area. One at Kahaleakiola, one at Wailuku L, and a teaching lab at the UH Maui College. And our center in Kanakakai is where we have our MEO offices. So we serve about 20 children per classroom. But the difference between Head Start and other early learning preschools is that we have a whole family approach. So we teach the children to be kindergarten ready, but we also work with the parents, so give them parenting skills. We do what we call parenting contracts, so that we kind of lead them in how they should educate their child. Because, parents are the child's first teachers, so giving them the skills to, teach them how to read, to do all these different activities. But more importantly, we have federal funds that take our Head Start program till noon, and then the county funds us for the after-school program till 3 and our summer program. So that enables parents to get an education, to get a job. So what we do is we enable the parents to get some kind of income, as well as having their child have a very good education and be school ready.
That's
so
amazing.
We have been having a problem with teaching staff. Like everybody else, there's a staffing shortage, and because in order to be a Head Start teacher or a teacher at our Kahikamali'i Infant and Toddler Center, you have to have what they call child development credentials. So because we realized that this was a huge problem, we went to the county and the Office of Economic Development from the Tashakama Fund. They funded a program so we could promote CDAs, Child Development Associates. We are assisting with tuition and books to get these students child development credentials. We are also paying for some additional advertising, because I believe our traditional way of advertising didn't bring in the amount of candidates that we needed. So we were able to contract with a marketing company. So we're doing a social media blast. We are doing TV commercials, doing some things on Spectrum. Because if we don't have a reliable and trained staff, we won't be able to do the wraparound services for the children. The children would need quality teachers. They need for the family to be able to go to work, to be able to go to school. So then they can move out of the cycle of going to Head Start and maybe be able to sustain their own tuition for school. So it's a whole what we call a whole family approach that we're trying to do, and we're trying to change the way we do things. COVID had made us change a lot of things. We went to virtual classrooms. We realized that didn't work because the kids really need the face-to-face with our teachers.
Absolutely.
So that's what we're doing in Head Start. So Pam, do you have any questions about Head Start?
I do. Well, first I'd like to go back to this program for a moment. So, and I love that, we've always, boy, these are changing times, and we have to really look at how we're marketing programs to let people really know. So I love that you're doing this class to help build the staff that you need to get people who are trained and have child development professionals. Can you tell me a little bit about, in our audience, about how long is that education typically take, and what would be like a starting wage for those who are coming in to be teachers for the children?
So our starting wage right now, hold on, let me pull up my job description. Because it usually takes about a semester or 2 semesters to get your child development certificate. But we can, if you're going towards your certificate, we can hire you with the idea that you will be getting your credentials. So we'll have other certified staff in the classroom. They'll be what they call teacher aides, and they would be able to get their credentials and do the classroom time and still be able to finish their education. I'm trying to find your.
Oh, so you can do it. They can be starting out with work and doing it simultaneously.
Correct. And then we will assist with tuition assistance and possibly, for books and things like that. And on that line, we also got a it was from Senator Schatz's office or Mazie, or I'm not really sure. A congressional spending. It's a congressional grant that will help with CDA training for the infant and toddler group. So that we're partnering with PAC and Maui Family Support Services, so we can get these people credentials, so people can come in and do the on-the-job training as well as get their credentials simultaneously, and we will also help with tuition assistance. So this is a little longer-term type of. It's a 1-year grant from the Federal Department of Education. So we're looking at
really
various out-of-the-box things. I'm so sorry, Pam. I cannot find my over there.
Well, that's okay, Gay. I'm just, well, first of all, I mean. Going back in time, I just absolutely love working with young kids and teaching young children. So I just feel like it can be such a fun and rewarding career for many people to inspire young minds and work with toddlers, and it's just such a fun time in their lives. And I just feel like it could be a great career. I think it's to be a teacher and helping in this area. Is a great way to start your career, and to know that you can get started. You're talking about 2 semesters to move forward and get your certificate. Of course, you can continue on in that profession if you so like, and continue your education to build on that. But to know that you can, through MEO and these grants and these programs, start a fun career now, and while you're building that education and moving forward. Also learning from other teachers. So you're getting amazing training throughout the program. I think that, Gay, send us some of this information. We'll put it out to the Chamber Network as well.
Okay.
And also maybe to some of our manufacturing folks and others to just, some people might be interested in looking at doing that. We've had so many people who lost their full-time job, and are still rebuilding from the Lahaina wildfire. So we'll share it with our networks as well, because, and for young people, if anybody's listening, or parents, if you're listening and you can think of some people in your family network, this could be a really fun job, and to have that level of support from the MEO team. We all know the great work that MEO does. And we also know the really important need for early childhood education. So let's get some kids in this program. How many participants can you take in?
We can take in it depends on how long they're going to be in the program. A minimum 10 can go up to 20. It just depends on how many and how far along they are in their credentialing.
Awesome. Okay, so and who would they call for this specific program?
They would call Debbie Amaral, our Early Childhood Services Director, and her, I can give you her direct line. It's 808-243-4379, or if they just call our main office here, we would direct the calls.
Okay, fantastic. So I hope everybody puts their thinking cap on and thinks through somebody that they might know, friends, neighbors, family. Check in with everybody and see if somebody knows somebody who could benefit from this great program. And that is just one of MEO's many, many programs. Let's talk about something very serious, but something that we really need to address, which is you've got some amazing youth services prevention programs on Maui and Molokai. You've been addressing suicide prevention, underage drinking prevention, cyberbullying prevention, tobacco and vaping prevention. We had that great Imi Pono project that we collaborated on about Stop the Vape, and the promotional messages the kids put out were phenomenal. Let's talk about these very serious programs and how people can learn more about what you're doing and share what you're doing. Please share with us what you are doing and how can we get involved.
Good questions, ma'am. So right now, all of our prevention programs, we do what we call the in-school program, and we do the out-of-school program. So in schools, we are currently at Kamehameha schools right now. We're doing our cyberbullying. Last month was suicide prevention, so we were in schools at EL school as well as Kamehameha and also on Molokai. So we were fortunate on the island of Molokai because when we do what we call our needs assessment, there was a definite need for youth prevention programs in Molokai, and they specifically requested suicide prevention. So what we did is we applied for a federal SAMHSA grant from Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services, and they gave us a grant. And so we, with our wonderful administrative assistant, he did a press release, and then we had another grant come in from a private donor, a private company, so we were able to start the suicide prevention on Molokai. So it was very successful for 2 years, and then we went to our friends at the county, and the county of Maui funded a suicide prevention. So it's now a sustainable program. So we do all of the schools. Whatever school that requests us, we do private schools like Kamehameha. We also are working on some of the schools in Lahaina that are looking for suicide prevention or any type of prevention services. So it's been a good program. So last year we went into the schools and helped over almost 1,000 students with these prevention programs. So just a quick little stat, Pam, from the Children's Safety Network, for every dollar we put into any type of youth prevention programs, down the line, it'll save the community $18. So if we stop them from drinking early, they won't have, DUIs and things like that. And if we stop the tobacco and all of the substance abuse, we wouldn't have to do treatment later on. So the savings that we put in for education and prevention is huge. And so that's why we advocate going into the schools and doing anything we can to promote our prevention programs.
Well, very well said. And I am a numbers girl like you, and I love the stats.
Yeah.
I love understanding the return on our investment when we make these kind of investments. And of course, it's really sad when we think about, and I really want people to take a moment to think about this just for a minute, because I'll share something else. But MEO is in the schools. They're dealing with our youth, and they're talking about needing help with suicide prevention. The $18 the dollar invested saves us, $18 for every dollar spent. It's not just $18. You multiply that by the amount of the program. But what we're talking about is saving youth lives. I have a son who has bipolar disorder. We've been very public about that because it's important to educate people on these issues and help them understand what families are going through. This is a very scary and a very real thing. And these programs are the programs that can help turn children who are suffering around and save their lives and save their families. Because families who lose children really struggle as well. It is a systemic thing. Their friends struggle as well moving forward. People wonder what they could have done after the fact. And what MEO is doing is jumping in now, early on. It breaks my heart to know that this is going on and that this is needed. But thank God that they know that it's going on and that it's needed, and that they are jumping in to make this difference. Because often this is at a critical time. And I am somebody who many, many, many years ago had a friend who took her life. And that was in junior high. And, it devastated our entire school. So this is great, amazing work that you're doing. I love hearing that, and you are targeting all the things that the kids are saying they need and the things that we know they need. I mean, vaping in youth, we know these big vaping companies specifically target the youth with their flavors, with their advertising, and and making them believe that making them and sometimes their parents believe that vaping is actually better than tobacco. So I really applaud MEO for the amazing work that you're doing in these arenas. I can only imagine how thrilled the community is to have this kind of help. And we've heard in Lahaina that, unfortunately, that we have seen suicides rise after the Lahaina wildfires. And the numbers I'm actually hearing about, which is unfortunately undocumented, so I can't report any statistics, but I'm hearing about it actually more in adults. And after Aniki, I understand that there were adult men who felt that they were unable to care for their family, and they were just lost. And they were taking their lives, and there actually was a street they called Widow's Alley, because it was, there was just an area where people were so distraught, and many of the husbands took their lives, and so they actually called it Widow's Alley over there. So these are important programs that change the dynamics, have the ability to completely change the dynamics and turn them around. And I am thrilled that you are taking the lead in all these areas, because you folks are knowing how to do it and doing it well. And I think that it's tremendous. I'm sure the communities are thrilled.
Oh, thank you, Pam.
Well, on that note, maybe on a more upbeat note, I think this is upbeat because we have the opportunity to make a difference. It's when you're proactive, you have the opportunity to make a difference. Is there other things that you'd like to share about what's going on at MEO? I know there's always so many things, but is there anything else that's coming up timely? I know you're going to have a huge anniversary coming up.
Next year will be our 60th anniversary, so it'll be a year-long celebration starting in January. We have a variety of events. March will be our annual gala, which will be huge. This year we're honoring former board president and community leader Grant Chan, recently retired from Halemaho'olu. So that he'll be our honoree for our gala. We'll do our annual Kupuna celebration in July, as well as the senior fair in November. So those are like quick events, and we'll have some open houses at our different facilities for people to come and meet our staff and get to know what we do, even because a lot of people still think that we're just transportation. So I have a quick story to tell you, Pam. So when I first told my mom that I was going to retire from Macy's and come to work at MEO, she goes, "You're going to be a bus driver?" So it's kind of crazy, but no, we do more than the bus service, even though that is our free advertising and our moving billboards. But like we talked about, we have early childhood services, we have youth services, we have a business development center, we also have our community service department, and of course our transportation. So we're like 5 little agencies into one big agency.
Yeah,
busy doing,
you are amazing.
Still doing fire relief and things like that. So anytime you need any type of service, you just call our receptionist, or you can call myself, and then we'll direct you, give you a warm handoff to a case manager.
That is fantastic. Now, last time I talked to David on the show, you still had some money to help families that were impacted by the wildfires. Is that still true?
Yes, we still have money. So it's families that were either their home burned down or their place of business burned down, and they have dependent children. So it's what we call TANF, temporary assistance for needy families. So the key thing is that you would have to have a dependent child under the age of 24.
Okay.
Okay.
That's awesome. And then So I give everybody the numbers and how they can reach out to MEO.
Okay, so you can go by email. Our email is meoinc.org, or call our main number here. It's 808-249-2990.
Awesome. And I'm so excited for all the things you're doing, and we're very excited to see your celebration of your 60th anniversary going on for a whole year. That's going to be amazing, absolutely amazing, and just absolutely cherish that. Thank you, Gay, so much for joining us. It's always great to hear about MEO's amazing activities, and you've really got some tremendous programs to make a difference, and we appreciate you as a phenomenal community partner.
And we appreciate the Chamber for your partnership too, Pam. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you so much. Well, I hope you have a wonderful day.
Okay, you too.
Thank you. Aloha. Well, for everybody listening, I just really hope that you've learned a lot about these two amazing programs today, both doing tremendous work and engaging a broad breadth of volunteers, both helping with amazing programs to build new careers that teach people skills that are needed and help them try out opportunities. Love that we're seeing that in terms of looking at teaching people skills that they can use for helping to renovate their homes, to teaching our youth and getting an education along the way while being able to get started and get paid. So it's really exciting to hear that these opportunities exist. I also just want to say that we've got the Native Maui County Festival coming up on November 1st and 2nd. November 1st, Friday, is the exclusive shopping day, and tickets are available at the MAC, as are Saturday's tickets for the big open day. And we just welcome everybody. We hope to see so many people come out like they did last year, supporting our local manufacturers who are creating truly locally made products for all of our local residents and our guests. So we hope you'll join us at the Native Maui County Festival. This will be our 11th year, so we're starting our second decade, and it's going to be a blast. And we want to thank all of you for listening in today. We hope you've enjoyed this show of Business Matters, and don't forget, get your ballot in. Sending blessings and aloha for a wonderful week. Aloha and hui ho.